Hello everyone! Ever since the game's launch, Arknights Enfield's gacha or character pulling system has been a highly contested point of discussion. It is both fairly unique to the gacha space as well as complex as it combines multiple commonly used systems in other games. As a result, it is easy to miss some of the intricate details or misunderstand how it actually functions. So with the release of Enfield's first patch update version 1.1, which introduces two new limited 6-star characters, Tang Tang and Rossi, I thought it would be a great time to cover and simplify all the important details of Enfield's gacha system to get a better understanding of how it exactly works, clear up any common misconceptions on the system, and how to best take advantage of the system to maximize your pull currency based on simulations and my own experience from playing the game. The main thing we need to look at, of course, is the limited 6-star character or target operator banner. Enfield has 3 character rarities: 6 stars, 5 stars, and 4 stars. On a character banner, 6 stars have a base drop rate of 0.8%, 5 stars have a base drop rate of 8%, and 4 stars have a base drop rate of 91.2%. There are no rate up 5 stars or 4 stars on a banner in the game currently, so you will have an equal chance to get each of them. Each pull on a banner costs 500 oro barrels, the main pulling currency of the game. Thus, a 10 pull costs 5,000 oro barrels. There's also another currency called oro geometries, which can each be converted into 75 oro barrels. Oro geometries are generally used for other purchases, however, mainly the battle pass. Enfield also gives you different types of tickets that can be used to pull on a limited banner. The charter tickets you see here, you get from events, account progression, or you can purchase them from the shop, and they can be saved and used for any limited banner. But there are also special limited time tickets that come in singular form or a pack of 10 you can get from either the shop or the 7-day login event they have for every new character. These tickets can only be used on the specific banner they are intended for and will expire when that limited banner ends. So these 10 tickets for the Yvonne banner I have here can only be used on her banner. If I don't use them before her banner leaves, they are wasted. Every 10 pulls you do on a limited banner guarantees a 5-star or better character. For 6 stars, there is a hard pity of 80 pulls. So 80 pulls guarantees a 6-star character if you don't get one beforehand. Like other games though, Enfield does have a soft pity system. If you haven't gotten a 6-star character after reaching 65 pity, each individual pull after that will add a 5% drop rate chance for a 6-star character. This means that realistically, most players will never reach the hard pity of 80 for a 6-star character, but will receive their 6-star character at around 70-ish pity. Both types of pity will reset to 0 once you get a 6-star character, and they do carry over between multiple banners. So for instance, let's say I spend 30 pulls on Yvonne's banner here starting at 0 pity, and then I pull on the next banner for Tang Tang. Since I pulled 30 times on Yvonne's banner, I am at 30 pity for a 6-star character, which carries over. So on Tang Tang's banner, I am 50 pulls away from hard pity and 35 pulls away from soft pity. Now, when you do manage to pull a 6-star character, there is a 50% chance that you'll get the advertised character on the banner, in which you win your 50-50. But there is a 50% chance that you don't and you lose your 50-50 and instead get another 6-star character from a select pool. Like other games, you can get one of Enfield's standard 6-star characters when you lose your 50-50, but uniquely for Enfield, you can also lose your 50-50 to the last 2 recently released limited 6-star characters. For example, if I lose my 50-50 on Yvonne's banner here and don't get Yvonne, there is a chance I get Gilberta or Levitain, the 2 limited 6-star characters released before her. When Tang Tang releases and I pull on her banner, Levitain will be removed from the pool since she was the oldest released 6-star, and then Yvonne will be added to the pool since her banner just ended. And when Rossi releases after Tang Tang, the same process happens. Now, unlike other gacha games, if you lose your 6-star character 50-50 in Enfield, your next 50-50 is not guaranteed to be the limited character on the banner, meaning you can theoretically lose 10 50-50s in a row. Instead of using the 50-50 guarantee system, Enfield uses the Spark system. In this system, if you pull a total of 120 times on a single banner, you will guarantee the limited character advertised on the banner. This 120 spark only works once per banner, does reset any pity you have for a 6-star, and most importantly does not carry over between banners. This means that you can't pull 60 times on Yvonne's banner and then 60 times on Tang Tang's banner afterwards to get Tang Tang. You need to pull 120 times on her banner only. Enfield also has another 6-star limited character guarantee every time you pull a total of 240 times on a limited banner. This is mainly for the people who want to spend for additional copies of a character to make them stronger. Lastly, Enfield's limited banners give small incentives for pulling. The first time you pull a total of 30 times on a limited banner, you'll trigger urgent recruitment, which is 10 free pulls that can only be used on the current banner you're pulling on. This 10 pull does not count for any pity or spark, however, so it's not the most impactful thing in the world. Now in addition, the first time you pull a total of 60 times on the limited banner, the game gives a headhunting dossier, which is 10 pulls that can only be used on the next limited banner, which do count for pity and spark. So if I pulled a total of 60 times on Yvonne's banner here, I would get 10 free pulls for specifically Tong Tong's banner, which is nice. Those are all the important details to know about pulling unlimited character banners in Arknights Endfield. Now, several people have performed mathematical simulations on Enfield's banner system to figure out the best way to spend pulls to most effectively and efficiently get your desired 6-star characters. I've linked some of the sims I've researched in the description below if you want to take a closer look, but based on the math I've looked at, as well as my own personal experience pulling on the banners and analyzing all of the system's details, the overall conclusion is that the best way to pull characters with Enfield's gacha system is by just going through the safest route, and that route is to save at least 120 pulls for a specific limited 6-star character you want so that you can guarantee that you have enough to get the 120 spark for that character. Yes, it's the most simple and straightforward solution, but ensuring you have enough pulls for the 120 guarantee is the best way to limit bad RNG and maximize the amount of limited 6-star characters for your account, which is supported by multiple simulations. So just control your urges, save your currency, and don't intentionally build pity, as there aren't even any 5-star characters on raid up anyways, so there really is no incentive to build any pity. You will build a little bit of pity since you do get free tickets that can be only used on a specific banner, so of course spend those free pulls since they will expire otherwise. You can also get up to another 5 pulls for a current banner in the quota exchange shop using AIC quota, a currency you get from getting maxed out dupes of a 4-star or 5-star character. If you do have the currency to buy them, I do recommend doing so and just using the pulls on the current banner, because these tickets will expire and the shop will refresh another 5 limited tickets for the next banner. You essentially just want to cash out on these effectively free additional pulls. Even if these tickets you're buying aren't for a limited character you're interested in, while these pulls won't help with the 120 spark for a future character that you would be pulling for, it does still help build pity for the normal 50-50, which will limit the number of pulls needed for a banner for a character you're actually interested in if you win the 50-50. Now if you don't have enough currency to buy these extra pulls from the shop, then don't worry about it. Definitely don't intentionally use currency to pull to get more AIC quota to buy these pulls. Similarly, for limited character banners in which you don't really want that 6-star character, you don't want to intentionally spend your pull currency to reach the 30 pull or 60 pull incentive that gives you extra pulls. Remember, you want to save your currency for the specific banner you want to pull on to ensure you have enough for the 120 spark to guarantee the character that you want. Aside from the main limited character banner, Endfield has 2 other character banners. First is the beginner banner. This only uses special tickets you get for free from playing the game and gives you a guaranteed standard 6-star character after 40 pulls. Afterwards it disappears, so this just guarantees 1 6-star character for when you start the game. The second is the standard banner. This has the same pity counts and base rates for characters as the limited banner. It just uses special tickets for it, and the 6-star characters you can get are just the 5 standard ones. After pulling 300 times once, you'll also receive a selector to pick one of the 6-star standard characters that you want. Like other games, don't spend your premium currency on the standard banner, just use the free tickets you get for it. Now uniquely for Arknights Endfield, if you want signature 6-star weapons for your characters, you don't use the premium currency used for pulling characters. Instead, whenever you normally pull characters from any banner, you will additionally get a currency called Arsenal tickets. 4 stars gives 20 Arsenal tickets, 5 stars gives 200, and 6 stars give 2000. And these tickets are then used to pull on signature weapons for both the limited and the standard 6-star characters, with each weapon having their own individual banner. You can only perform 10 pulls on the weapon banners, and each 10 pull costs 1,980 Arsenal tickets. On a banner, 6-star weapons have a base drop rate of 4%, 5 stars have a base drop rate of 15%, and 4 stars have a base drop rate of 81%. 6-star weapons have a hard pity of 40 pulls, so if you don't get a 6-star weapon in the first 3 10 pulls, you'll get one on your 4th 10 pull. However, when you get a 6-star weapon, there is only a 25% chance that the weapon you get will be the main advertised weapon. 75% of the time, you'll get another 6-star weapon from a pull of 6 different ones. You will get the advertised main signature weapon after you do 8-10 pulls for the first time on that specific weapon banner. Afterwards, if you do continue pulling on the same weapon banner, the banner will follow a different additional reward system. After your 10th 10 pull on the banner, you'll get a box where you can select one of the 6-star weapons that isn't the main signature weapon. After another 8-10 pulls, you'll get a bonus advertised signature weapon. From there, every additional 8-10 pulls will alternate between the 6-star weapon selector and the actual signature weapon. Since Enfield's weapon banner uses as arsenal tickets instead of the premium pulling currency. In a way, weapons are free since you get arsenal tickets while pulling for characters. Character pulling currency is of course a bottleneck though, so definitely save your arsenal tickets for a 6-star character you actually enjoy and want to make stronger by getting their signature weapon, then pull on their weapon banner until you get it. If the other 6-star weapons you can get in the pool are also useful, then that's a nice plus in terms of the potential value you can get from the weapon banner. Because of the fairly high base rate for getting a 6-star weapon, aside from potentially getting the signature weapon early if you hit the 25% chance, you're still likely to get a good amount of miscellaneous 6-star weapons that can also make your other characters stronger in combat. That's everything you need to know about the character and weapon banners in Arknights Endfield. Overall, as long as you understand how to best take advantage of the banners, I do think Enfield's gacha system is pretty good for the player. The 120 spark guarantee is great to lower the required number of pulls needed to pull a specific limited 6-star character, and the weapon banner not using premium pulling currency is really nice, allowing you to get signature 6-star weapons for your character without needing to sacrifice character pulls for it. So in a vacuum, these systems are great and can be player friendly. Ultimately, however, the effectiveness of banners in gacha games are dependent on the amount of pulls available for the player, mainly the free available pulls, and this has been a somewhat controversial topic discussed within the Endfield community. However, the game is still in its infancy, and patch 1.1 is bringing a ton of quality of life updates, including adding additional pulls in the game. So with the quick dev response to feedback, I'm optimistic that any potential issues will be addressed in the near future. I hope you enjoyed this Arknights Endfield guide. If you are interested in trying out the game, I highly suggest checking it out. Download link can be found in the description and comments below. Thank you Griffline for sponsoring this video, and with that, I hope you all have a wonderful day.